Ayesha's English Oasis. Ayesha's English Oasis.
Hi everyone, welcome to Ayesha's English Oasis, aka AEO. If you've ever wanted to walk into class with a fully planned communicative lesson built around an actual song with real language your students will use in real life, then this video is for you. This is The Checkout, a music video set in a supermarket which is currently on my channel. The lyrics of The Checkout can be found in the description box of that video. Today, I'm going to show you how to turn it into a complete communicative language teaching lesson for A2 to B1 learners. We're talking about 10 stages, around 60 to 75 minutes of classroom time, and language your students can actually use when they go shopping. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to teach this lesson tomorrow. So let's get into it. Before we go stage by stage, a quick word on the framework. This lesson follows the Communicative Language Teaching Model CLT, which means the focus is always on meaning and communication first, not grammar rules. Every activity is designed so that students have a real reason to speak. If you want to learn more about CLT, be sure to check out this video on my channel. The 10 CLT stages move from engagement and input through controlled and then freer practice to reflection and extension. It's a full arc, and the song holds it all together. Lyrics come back at different points so students hear the language repeatedly in context without it feeling repetitive. Okay, stage 1. As students arrive, play the checkout quietly in the background. This is your secret weapon. You're not teaching yet, you're priming. Students who catch a lyric before the lesson even starts are already one step ahead. Take the register conversationally. When you call a name, add a light prompt. Were you shopping this week? Or what did you buy last? Keep it casual. The goal is to ease everyone into the topic without any formal pressure. Stage 2, warmer. Now get students talking. Divide them into pairs or small groups and give them 2 minutes to write down everything they can think of related to a supermarket. Anything goes: objects, people, feelings, actions. Then share as a class and build a word cloud on the board. Encourage students to explain words they write. For example, what's a trolley? It's the big basket on wheels. This peer teaching moment is pure CLT gold. Words that are likely to come up include aisle, trolley, basket, till, checkout, receipt, bargain, shelf, price tag, and assistant. If they don't surface naturally, don't worry. The song and the presentation stage will bring them in. Stage 3, presentation. This is where the song becomes the lesson. Tell students, we're going to listen to a song called The Checkout. It's about the experience of doing a supermarket shop, the stress, the prices, the rush to the till. Play it once all the way through for gist. Then play it again with the lyrics visible. Don't stop it, let the music work. After listening, focus on meaning, not form. Ask questions like, what is the singer doing at the supermarket? How does the singer feel? What does bargain mean? Here you would elicit the answer. For instance, if something is very cheap but good value, it's a ... One thing to flag. The word bills in the chorus means banknotes or cash, not invoices. This is a great real-world vocabulary moment, so it's worth drawing students' attention to it. Stage 4, Guided Interaction. Now we move into structured communicative practice. This is where students use the language themselves, but with some scaffolding to keep them on track. Activity 1 is a shopping list information gap. Prepare 2 versions of a partially completed shopping list. Student A has some items with prices. Student B has different items with different prices. They cannot show each other their lists. Together, they must find the best deal by asking and answering questions. The expressions they need to use come directly from the song. How much is it? That's expensive. Is there a cheaper option? I'll take the best deal. Write these on the board before they start. Alternatively, run a role play at the checkout. Student A is a customer with a shopping list but not enough money. Student B is the cashier. The customer has to decide what to put back. The lyric, "Take the best deals," becomes their actual goal in the scene. Use verse 1 as the scene setter for the role play. The customer's dilemma is right there in the lyrics. Stage 5, Communicative Practice. This is the heart of the lesson. Freer practice in a real-world scenario. The activity is called the budget shop. In groups of 3 or 4, students must plan a weekly shop for a family of 4 on a tight budget of £40. They're given a list of 20 supermarket items with varying prices, and they have to negotiate in English which to buy and which to leave out. The communicative goals here are rich. Arguing for purchases, for example, we need milk, it's essential. Negotiating trade-offs. For example, if we skip the biscuits, we can afford the cheese. Expressing priority and reaching agreement. These are real-life skills wrapped in real-life language. The pre-chorus captures this tension perfectly. The push between wanting more and having to make choices. Use it to frame the activity if students need motivation. Stage 6, Feedback and Focus. After the free practice, it's time to zoom in on form. Pull out errors you anonymously noted during the activity and write them on the board. Ask the class, is this right? How could we improve it? The key form-function links to address in this lesson include comparatives for prices. For example, it's cheaper than or it's more expensive than. Modal suggestions like we could get versus we need to get. And quantifiers like too much and not enough. These will almost certainly have come up in the budget shop activity. Then return to the chorus one more time. Use this as a model sentence for the gerund phrase as a communicative act. An example of a gerund phrase from the chorus is looking for a bargain. Ask your students, what grammatical structure is that? What does it tell us about what the person is doing right now? This is form in service of function, not the other way round. Stage 7, Reflection. Give students 90 seconds or 2 minutes of quiet thinking time, then share one reflection with a partner. The prompt questions to use are: What words or phrases did you find most useful today? Was there a moment when you didn't know how to say something? What did you do in that moment? Did you use any expressions from the song? Take 2 or 3 whole class responses. Keep this brisk since it's reflective, not evaluative. You're helping students become aware of their own communication strategies, which is one of the most transferable skills you can build. Stage 8, Extension. The extension takes the language out of the classroom. There are 3 options, and you can assign 1, 2, or all 3 depending on your group. Task A is personalization. Students write 80 to 100 words about their own shopping habits, using at least 5 items of vocabulary from the lesson. The prompt is, describe your last trip to a supermarket. Did you find a bargain? Were the prices high? How did you feel? Task B is real-world transfer. Students look at a real supermarket website or flyer and find 3 bargains. They write 1 sentence about each using the target language. Task C is creative and optional. Students write an extra verse or new chorus for the checkout song that reflects their own shopping experience. Use verse 2 as a structural model. That verse has a really natural rhythm. It's a great scaffold for students to write their own 4-line stanza. Fluency and creativity over accuracy on this one. Stage 9, Cooler. End the lesson with energy. Play the chorus of the song 1 final time, then run a quick-fire checkout quiz. The teacher mimes or describes an item or action from the lyrics, and students call out the word. This is fast, fun, and communicative. Or run a mingle activity called Spot the Bargain. Give each student a card with a product and a price. Students walk around and ask each other, "What have you got? How much is it? Is that expensive?" The aim is to find the 2 best bargains in the class. The song's energy becomes the room's energy. Stage 10, Next Class Preview. Leave students with something to think about. Tell them, next lesson, we're moving from the supermarket to the high street, and we're going to learn how to compare products, complain about quality, and ask for refunds. Start thinking about a time you bought something and were disappointed. The vocabulary bridge is natural. Bargain becomes good value, or rip-off, or refund. The function bridge is clear. Negotiating price becomes complaining and returning goods. And if the song worked for this lesson, there's another song waiting for the next lesson. In fact, if you haven't already used my AEO community anthem in a lesson, now is a good time to do so. The anthem and accompanying lesson ideas can be found here on the channel. Well, that's the full checkout CLT lesson. 10 stages, 1 song, 60 to 75 minutes of communicative English. Everything your students need to talk confidently about shopping, prices, bargains, and everyday decisions. If this lesson worked for you, or if you've got a song you'd love to turn into a CLT lesson, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how it all goes in your classroom. Thanks for watching, and good luck at the checkout. Until next time, bye!